Welcome back to Pops and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV with Finland. We've grown a decent amount since our initial release from the vile Swedes. And, no, not gonna go there. From the vile Swedes, period. We're going for the Finnish Line achievement, the Crossing the Finnish Line achievement, to be exact. We have to make a Finnish line, a line of Finnish land all the way down to the Cape, which today is gonna be here. All the way down. And now, obviously, taking Swedish stuff is the wrong direction, but we need a power base if we want to fight our way through, say, the Muscovite. And the Muscovite is not our biggest fan these days. It's never been. They helped us become free, but even then they didn't like us enough to actually ally us afterwards, which I've never seen. Didn't even know that was possible. It must have had to do with an attitude change during the time that that independence was supported. Because I don't think there's a situation where you get support independence, but you don't have the prerequisites for actual alliance. At least I don't know that's a thing. Anyway, we arrive at the Muscovite. For one, because we need rival. For another, because, they didn't really feel like being best buds. And for third, because so did the Pole. The Pole currently doesn't like us much. But I believe that as soon as we get that aggressive expansion down, at the latest, when we get that AE down, and enemy of enemy up and was at war down, if they hit 100 opinion, I don't believe they can be hostile anymore. If they're not hostile, well, they're my ally. That would be the plan. We have 2 missions waiting to be clicked. This one here, not currently really super interested. Maybe we should. So what it does, it develops the monument. I didn't read that correctly. I just read one development. No, you get a click in the monument. Oh, that's powerful. So we could just click that to get +3 local goods produced, which is a lot. With copper, that's money. That is money. The thing that I'm wondering is, because these upgrades get progressively more expensive, if there's some way where we do number 1 first and we get upgrade number 2 out of the button. I mean, time is an option. We just wait for years to click this button. And it's not like we're close to the Baltic Empire, I don't think. Yeah, no. So, not a huge rush, mission-wise, to seize the means here. It does mean that we get the 3 production now. Or goods produced, not production, actual goods produced, which is pretty good. And right now we need the money. Later on, it's gonna be nice, but not even remotely as interesting. It's gonna make our ruler industrious, which I don't remember what it does, but it's certainly a positive modifier. We're only 22. Is that gonna take one of these slots? Or is that this thing here? I'm not even seeing it. So they're the modifiers. Oh, this one. No, that's just balanced or aggressive or like... It's not cowardly. I don't know what the third is. Diplomatic, maybe. It's not that, so it must be a trait. Question is, can I have more than 3 traits and we still get our 2? Or does that take up one of the trait slots? And if so, what happens if I already have 3 traits? Who knows? Who knows? Kind of tempted to just click the button, because money right now is just money in the bank, and it's not like we're anywhere close to having 1,000 ducats to spare on developing the mine. The mine. They call it a mine. Yeah, it's just seize the mains. Bam. That gave us a bit of money and should help like a whole crop ton. Look at that. We went to 3.87 goods produced. Which, I forget the math behind it, but it's gonna multiply with this price here. It's gonna be grand. Speaking of grand, how did that industrious? Yeah, we lost one of the trades that will be developed, and the next one's gonna be into. So it actually took the slot of the one that we were close to getting, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Well, it's gonna be 22 years until we get another trade. It's fine. It might just be a negative trade, and then we're happy. Yes. Let's believe in that. All right. What do we have to do gameplay-wise? We're still building some cores. We have a bunch of rebel issues that are not about to go away anytime soon. I believe we're building a transport boat somewhere. Yes, over here in Orbo, which is fitting. Because we're gonna need our army on the mainland, and the Muscovite is not gonna let us through. We need it over there because we have to beat up on them rebels, of course. No point in... Well, no point. We could also go for this, but we don't really get any of the effect, except for construction time development cost, because we need to have production buildings in places. But we could theoretically build production. So, I mean, this is just something we have to do now. Look at that workshop on the mine. We're gonna do that one. It's a funny little thing. I guess Arbo is fine, because workshops in grain provinces are kind of bad, as are workshops in fish provinces. The only reason Arbo is fine because there's a lot of development. I put a lot of dip in there. Might be a multiplier going on here too. Local goods produced from Novgorod being nearby. Is there still Novgorod left? Oh no, it's just one of the Baltic people, obviously. British society helps. You know. So the mission wants us to build all these workshops in fish and grain provinces. And it will only give us one base production in a place that is kinda bad for production. That looked a lot more interesting to me than it does now. I think I'll go slightly higher on the boats though. And yes, there's absolutely certainly an argument to be made for building some galleys so we can actually dominate, or at least hold our own on the Baltic rather than hiding in our ports. But look at how much of a fleet we'd have to build to actually beat the Muscovite. It's 9 galleys and 3 heavies. It's huge. I don't know how we possibly could. Quickly check whether anybody interesting is close to Alliance. Still Bohemia, but I'm still... it's just the wrong player to go for Bohemia. I really want Austria to flip. Or the Polish, of course. Especially where they're kind-hearted, but those -20s and the fact that they don't consider my army to be particularly strong, yeah, it's an issue. We have the ability to go a bit higher on our army size, and probably will at some point. Just don't know when, because money is money. I'm still not going to marry the Norwegians because I want to eat them. Do you still have those alliances? Yeah, alliances just don't break willy-nilly, unfortunately, in this game. I mean, maybe fortunately, but for me right now, very much unfortunately. It's nice that these guys are not rising particularly quickly, and unrest is going down. You want to trade favors for ducats? Surely not, right? They wanna... I don't think I get the favors, right? That's how this works. It's just them losing, yeah. I very much believe so. Also, we have a bunch of favors. I'm just going to decline. I don't think this makes them... No, that does make them unhappy, but very, very lightly. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Now, in theory, we could try to talk like the Brits. Ooh, I like that. Is that War of the Roses going on? And must be, right? Is it peasant rebels, though, in the War of the Roses? I don't think so. Might be wrong. Not played as England for a while now. Doesn't make them unhappy enough yet. Very likely. But if these rebels do a lot, then... but the Poles... Ain't nobody's business but the Poles. Yeah, I really need to get the Poles that way. Maybe we should already start investing in some Polish favors. I'm probably not gonna have any gain, right? That's better than with the Muscovite earlier. It's not strong, but why we're not using our diplomat? Why not? Why not indeed? Rebels still looking kind of okay. Now the Sami here just rose by 1. These could be fully suppressed by our army if only we were on the mainland. Same for the Norwegians. Not for the Estonians, Livonians, and Norwegians. I mean, I guess our army's already there and it's still not being done, so nobody's surprised there. Yes, stated. Don't think anything here belongs to a trade company, and I'm not interested in doing that. Not in my home trade node, I don't think. Really weird that you can even do that. Really weird. Really unfortunate too that we lost that natural harbor in Rebel to the Muscovite. Oh well, we didn't get it, I suppose. But having Riga, it's a good start. Triumph of the Clergy. Oh, I'm gonna have to click that button. Stab cost modifier until 96 is oh, we're actually not as stable as I thought we were. I thought we were at like +2. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 110 here to boost. So that we don't get super surprised by losing some stab and then not being able to stab up because of this modifier. Well, not able. Having to pay through the nose. Now, is there anything I want to click here that might help with the stab cost modifier? Do you get stab cost modifier from Happy Clergy? We're not going to go over 60 anyway, though. Not quickly. Definitely consider going for that Papal Emissary. Pays back in 5 years. Yeah. And we have tons of room, right? Not looking for oversight, not looking for clerical ministers, not necessarily expansionist zealotry. Same religion is still interesting. But that 15 influence. Oh, that's something I should consider, right? If we go for clergy, papal emissary right now, we go to 86. And then put another 10 on there, that's 96. That's dangerous. I'm not going to do it. Not yet. I try to remember having it. I just go ahead and boost that stab. And then I would follow the recommendations. I'll try not to stab up for the next, whatever, 10 years or what it was. 15? I don't know. Who knows these things? So the Sami are like Finns, right? Yeah. I think what I want to do... Yeah, while these are still low, I want to ship over to... So what's the fastest shipping route? There isn't really one. So either Arbo or Sima. Let's go to Arbo. This is kind of stupid though. Let's split off. It's annoying as fudge. Split off these 5, have them get transported. The rest keep suppressing. Gah! Why would I stop suppressing just because I'm starting to move individual units off? I mean, I kind of get how it happens, but I don't like it. That workshop. I think the workshop in Arbo is pretty decent. As we have a much better temple and we do not. Super good marketplace? Nay. Let's go for that workshop on that grain. I believe we need a bunch of buildings in Arbo anyway, right? Arbo. I'm never ever going to be able to pronounce that correctly or even the same way. The English are no longer great. I mean, were they ever great? And they're also so incredibly unhappy in their rebellion that they wouldn't currently defend the filthy Swede. If only we could get the Polish to think the same. Come on. So close. Proof relations, eh. We could... Technically, we have positive prestige. No, we don't. Never mind. We could not. I was looking to potentially, possibly incite one of their rivals. But that is not happening. So, idea here. I want to get just enough people over here. So we need a tiny little bit more. Say 2. To fully suppress all the folks on that side. Yikes. By legitimacy. We do have rising legitimacy these days thanks to power projection. Yeah, I guess we grab the Grand Armée here. It's not grand. Well, it is grand, but it's not even the grand. It's just a Grand Army. It's not the... The French thing is Grand Armée, right? Their ideas. Can I see that here? Not why they don't have it. I feel like it is. Might be wrong. Might be incorrect. What was I talking about? What the heck was I talking about? I don't freaking remember. Why can I not merge you? No, I can't. So whole plan is... Ah! So close. A teensy bit more. So get barely enough suppression over there to have 0 unrest on the mainland. That will have the rebel progress decay by 10% every month. So we quickly set all those rebels to 0. And they take huge time coming back, even when we remove our troops. So once these are at 0, we can just ship everybody back and be happy. And we have to pay back these loans in 85, so I probably shouldn't be spending all my money. As much as that goes against my grain. You're not, that's Lithuania. You are still hostile. I firmly believe that I remember correctly that if you get 100 or over 100 relations, I don't know. Poland next Moldavia, huh? That they then cannot be hostile anymore. Or they will just stop being hostile, I suppose. Rather than there being like growls and stuff happening and chances. Hello, Muscovy, rivaling me. I think that we'll just not ever be hostile. They'll immediately turn non-hostile. But I say immediately, probably like on the turn of the month. But still. Okay, is everybody happy now? Norwegians are still there 1 more month. And then we can go back beating up on these Baltic people. Do it. Do it. Now, No. We're hitting maximum dip again. I'm probably still far away from taking that. Yes, we're far away from taking that tech. Holy fudge. I should really have picked up a dip idea group just because we're so freaking good at diplomacy. And nobody else. Poland attacking the Toots. I mean, we saw this coming, right? Everybody saw this coming. This is why we didn't take the Toots. Does that make you like more happy to ally me? Still hostile. There's still next year improving might get us over the hump. Oh, the Danes were joined in. Oh wait, Sweden is in that war. Okay, now we need to. I mean, I'll give the Danes military access. Not like this is gonna change anything. My thinking is, okay, you went to war here, so that the Poles attacked the Toots. The Swedes and the Danes are both junior partners in this war. I find it unlikely that we're going to see huge chunks of land going over to those Swedes, to the Danes from the Swedes. Unfortunately, it's also extremely unlikely that this is going to break alliances. Yeah. Actually, the Danes is probably gonna get hit in the face here by Polish might, which may or may not be good for us. I mean, if the Danes get medicked here, we might just drop them. Try even harder to get Polish friends and take Denmark for ourselves. Because we wants it. Oh, we wants it. Then again, we're gonna need a navy. I probably have to invest. Oh, dang it! Invest into galleys. More die. So sad. So sad. Speaking of so sad, let's see where we want to invest that dip. Yikes! This is expensive. Freaking forests. We should consider that we still have missions that require us to develop stuff, right? I think Turku is done except for the buildings. Helsinki, which is our capital, is not at 30 yet. But we're, I think, maxed out on dip. I'm going to check. I think we're maxed out on dip there right now. We'd have to develop with something else which we don't have available to us. So that's probably fine. Are we going to consider actually converting stuff to Finnish? Because that's one of the ways to Finnish celebrate our culture. But I'd really love to have the until end of game modifier. Yeah, don't give many hoots about culture conversion costs, especially if we have to convert to get there already. Years of Scepters is nice, but just for 25 years, it's just kind of... have to time it properly. But there was another thing with culture, wasn't there? A very hard time remembering all these missions. Boarding Empire, no, that's fine. St. Olaf's Tower. Get Never, I will want Never anyway. That makes sense. We need to have developed Arbo 12 times for the Turku Academy, so that's a reason to develop Arbo even more. Yeah, no, I don't think we want to do culture conversion. So, we want to develop Arbo, but it's also capped on dip, and we're really looking at dip right now, so let's not do that. I don't think there's a particular reason to develop any of the grain or fish provinces. We need workshops there, which makes development better, I guess. But nah. We should probably just develop Dalaskogen. I mean, who am I kidding? It's not going to multiply with a mine. But copper is just so much better than all the other trade goods we have right now. The cost is not particularly insane. Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not that much more expensive than the other places. I'm trying to say. Let's grab encourage development in Västra Svealand, which I am going to assume is West Sweden. And I'm gonna, well, I'll put 2 clicks in there. Yeah. Obviously, I would like more, but I'm still not about to spend other forms of monarch points on this stuff. This is still not going particularly fast, is it? Oh, we are on the next year, which matters, I think. We can now improve for 6 more relations, which is so close, but still not good enough. I have a guy, I'm still gonna do it, but I think we're just a teeny bit off. Okay, the Danes are pressing the Swedes as they do. The Polish not yet showing up in Denmark, but they're obviously gonna get Marienburg down stat. All these favors with the Danes. Kind of a shame to lose them. Should keep an eye on the Danes potentially going down. We can't do any trading while at war, huh? So no use for trading there. Okay. So we're just gonna hope that there's enough of Denmark left after the war, and there probably will be, that we can still make use of our favors. Polish at 94 as expected. Come on, it's just 6 points. You could just give me that, can't you? And yes, we're gonna get a total yearly change of, well, it says minus 0.2, but that's easily fixable, so it's really plus 2.7, which means next year is still not quite gonna be enough, unless we find some other thing. I guess we should not ally the Austrians. Can I give the Polish military access? Because I believe that's 10 points of likeness. I guess now we'll see whether my claim is true that forces the hostility away. And it does! Now... oh, we could actually ally them. That means they might call us into their war, right? I think they can do that if we join now. Which would put us at odds with the Danes. Not super into it. I'd rather have them end their war quickly, and surely, they're gonna be able to do that. I assume you don't want any Danish land. You want Bornholm. I mean, if they want to take Bornholm, that's fine. I just want them to peace out quickly so we can do our thing, rather than sitting around and waiting forever. Alright, put those boots onto some skulls. Excellent. We have the money to pay back our loans easily. We cap on dip again because I didn't spend remotely enough. And also I didn't pay attention. Great. So does the Dalaskogen argument also go for Bergislagen? Iron is not even remotely as good as copper right now. So frankly, we might just as well invest into pelts. Fur. It's worse right now, but it will go up in price. Don't know that iron goes up in price. It might. Not sure. What are these modifiers here? It's just forest 20%. We get the same in Bergeslagen, I think. Yeah, it's all forest. Forest all the way down. So I guess Tavastland, Savolax, and Pirkana, which sound Finnish to me. I'm like, they're not in Finland, but we are Finland. Yeah, they're right here. And they're even in our capital state. Capital, where we have development costs. Oh. That's good and bad. I mean, for one, we already have the edict, so we don't need to turn it on. But that means that these costs are artificially deflated. Which means they're probably extremely similar to like Bergeslagen baseline. -10, -13, +20. And you have encourage on, otherwise the same modifiers, yes. You're smaller, so you should be cheaper. Let's not think this through too much. I have a lot of dip to spend anyway. And I do sometimes well, I don't know if I want to say over-optimize things, because that sort of includes that I'm actually making them better. But I'm certainly trying to optimize things a little bit too much from time to time. Sweden, Danish army fighting the Lithuanians and winning. Huh. Now, if the wars 25%, 25 wars go in, I believe, either direction, they won't be able to call us in anymore. Okay, you're just here for your war. You're not at war. Oh, it's Polish. I thought it was the Muscovite crossing our land here. Okay, the Polish troops are coming in to protect the Swedes and beat up the Danish. I just hope it doesn't end up in a lot of... Yeah, maybe Danish land going to the Finns is fine. Oof, that's a lot of money. It's gonna be kind of bad for paying back my loans in a year. That'll be fine though. I'll pay them off. I don't want to pay stab. Nay. We should be able to see land though. Yes. Let's grab a diet. Clergy want a church in Tukholma, which is probably a fine thing to do. You want me to develop manpower that I don't want. And 65 or more trade power in the northern Baltic Sea. The northern Baltic Sea? Why the northern Baltic Sea? That must just be a node. Yeah, okay. It's the node that the... it's the zone that the trade node is in. Oh, the central bubble thing. Completion, burger, half-price trader, Catholic. Let's check what a church in Tukholma is going to do for us, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. Let's go with the clergy proposal. And probably not do it immediately. Because we do want to pay back those loans. They're expensive loans. Don't need to have them. Final core. Eggs. Man, I miss Doctor Who. Has there been a new Doctor Who in like forever? I feel like I'm parched. And I'm gonna ask, once we decide on this thing, I mean, come on, I have to click the innovativeness button, right? Let them talk. I completely forgot what I was saying, but I know where I wanted to go, which is that we have to put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything else to say, then please go ahead and do so down there in that comment section. I'm just awaiting, just sitting here, thirsty for your comments. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.